What's up guys, DukeSloth here, and today we're taking a first look at the new god Chernobog. We're first gonna look at his abilities real quick, show what they look like, and then talk about the rest. And with that, we're already getting to the ultimate, which will allow me to fly here, for example, and then get the hell out of there again. Right, so let's talk about how this god works. So you have a main damaging ability, which is this little crystal, which does some damage and then also roots. That is basically, if you want to compare to something, it's maybe a bit like Cupid's Heart Bomb, only that it's in its place. Deals some damage initially and then deals more damage after a while after it pops. The passive is, after 3 basic attacks on one target, we will have exploding crystals, like so. That apparently, oh yeah. Deal a little bit of AoE damage, scales up over time if you get more damage, if you get more levels, up to 35% as a small AoE. And then his 2 is basically just a basic attack, which is kind of interesting. So what you'll see here is, it's a line basic attack that hits them for the normal basic attack damage, but it goes through all targets. I'm gonna test out as well if this works with Hydra's Lament. His 3 is probably his more unique skill, and that is the fact that he can dash into a wall, hide there for a bit, and then dash back out. And when he does that, he slows enemies on the way. We're gonna see if we can get that going here. Nope, we cannot. Unfortunate. But we can show off the ultimate here. Oh, she's gonna stop there. Well, that's awkward. I cannot show off the ultimate here. The ultimate would be flying towards that target. Alright, I'm gonna have to put this on quick cast here real quick. This feels a little bit weird. This can stay on instant cast. This can probably stay on instant cast. Alright. What I'm gonna do here is go into a little bit of power, because I think this guy benefits very much from power, as well as cooldown reduction to travel across the map faster. And between those, you basically want to have a little bit of attack speed as well if you can. Depends a little bit on your playstyle as well. I think this guy will be super good for jungle, actually, because really his gank ability is very low, whereas his gank potential is incredibly high with the ultimate. So that is something worth keeping in mind. Also keep in mind that I started on level 5, so the minions here are a little bit weaker than they should be. So the clear is a little bit faster. Clearing in the jungle obviously also not too bad with the AoE damage that he can do, plus 2 AoE abilities for clear. So definitely one of the better gods for that too. And now we're gonna try again if we can get the 3 to work here. Nope, not quite into the wall, but that can happen. We can just do it after they're dead. Here you can see, if I use his ability on the lane, it obviously does a decent amount of damage as well. So he has got 2 pretty good lane clear abilities too. And now I'm gonna show you that dashing the wall again. This is what it does. And then you can dash back out and be a secondary dash. And both will slow, and in between you will be immune to damage, so you can juke abilities that way. Which is pretty cool. I'm gonna see if this does damage to towers. I don't think it does. Nope. Even though it counts like a basic attack projectile, it does not do damage to towers. A bit unfortunate there, but yeah. Not the worst, not the worst. Okay, this is when I'm getting ulted. So I'm just gonna ult away. And just gonna ult back down, you know? Make it an ult for ult game. I was stunned out here, so I couldn't actually catch up. What the ult does is not only give you that way to go into the air and fly anywhere to any enemy on the map, or rather to the shadows next to the enemies, but also gives you the potential to have various buffs while doing so. So you get a movement speed increase by 30% if everything is still as normal. Yes, you have 40% damage mitigation at the same time. Don't mind me coming in for the kill steal. And then you have the slow from the shadow clones that your character creates, so that the enemies will be slowed if they stay around these shadow clones that spawn on the map. You also have... Here's one more thing. Yeah, a cooldown reset when you use the ability for all your other abilities. So it literally has everything. And the shadow clones go pretty fast, as you can see. Obviously I'm a little bit faster here with full boots, but only ever so slightly basically. And if somebody was to have like a slower character that doesn't have as much base movement speed, then the shadow clones are actually as fast as they are walking and can easily slow them over and over and over. So that's very abusable in that sense, I would say. Also, Obviously, you can kind of use this as an Athena-style ult as well, where you drop it somewhere and then fly back from base. So you go... I'll do that right now. Let's see. See if we can find a target for that. I think everyone just kind of backed out, but let's see anyways how much damage we can do with that as well. And if we can proc the Hydra's Lament too. So I'm gonna use the ultimate here. Know that I should have someone somewhere on the map. They will all be revealed. So I can just go into middle here. Have 2 targets here. Have the root here on the Hercules and dead. And he can't even do much damage to me at the same time. Obviously, as a bot, a bit of a different story, but because of my 40% mitigation, I really won't take that much damage from him. So what I want to see here is if we can get the Hydra's Lament to work on the 2. So we would have 170, 180 damage. It seems to have procced. It was actually really weird because it is... The passive was gone immediately.
I'd want to kill that guy. Like first.
How do I find out? I guess I have to use my 1 first and then use it and then we'll see. Well, it's gonna wait out. Well, no minions anywhere. Okay, never mind. Not gonna wait out these minions. Let's do it on these guys. Okay, now I have the Hydra's Lament proc, and now what happens if I attack them? Ah, it seems to not have procced actually. Unless it re-procced basically. I'm not entirely sure here. I'd like to find out. I'm just gonna use it on a single cap again. No, it just seems to activate the Hydra's Lament, which is interesting, which is not what I expected at all. I thought it would have an on effect like it does with Frostborn Hammer, as I was told. So I thought it was the same thing.
An ally has been
Guess it's not. Guess it's not.
An ally's been killed.
That makes it a little worse than I thought it would be, but probably still not terrible. Let's sneak up here on Teats real quick. Get the Hercules instead because he's a bit easier to kill. And then find out where he is. And shields out. Alright. Oh, I thought I was gonna get the extra damage from the wall there. I'm gonna take the extra damage from the wall. Also nice. There you see how the combo works. If you want to set up the combo like perfectly, then what you want to do is you want to throw the 1 behind the enemy and then hit them with the 2 afterwards. Because the 2 will still pass through them, so you will effectively get the extra damage for both. I can try if I can do this with the Hercules. So I'm gonna throw it behind him. Nope, he was definitely way too far up. So you have to like throw it very precisely behind him, which is I think a bit of a matter of practice. Maybe if he's running away, that could work. Yeah, I think I hit him there. No, I didn't hit the detonate, never mind. So that's definitely something where we can talk about a high skill cap. Making that work perfectly is definitely gonna take you a while. So yeah, there's something to practice on. But overall I would say his kit is rather simplistic. I can also get the attack speed buff from the 2 here, I think, yeah. That's also pretty neat. Some extra structure push. So quite a few ways to make this more effective for yourself. I could have dashed into the wall there, should have done that. If I dashed into the wall I could have kinda extended the range that I dashed. Didn't do that now, but oh well. Item wise, like I said, I like power and CDR on him, but you don't want to completely neglect attack speed, so I think between the Hydra's Transcendence tree and the Maze tree is kind of where you want to locate most of your stuff. I'm gonna get Crusher here. I want to see how it interacts with certain items on him, so I'm not entirely sure on that. And I'm also gonna get Blink for good measure, why not? Not Sprint for good measure. Not really Blink God, as far as I'm concerned. Let's see if we can get the Kali over there. Oh, got juked.
I turn away for 1 second, your ally has been slain.
I think the only thing that this guy doesn't have in his kit inherently is sustain. But at the same time, I don't really think he depends on that. So we can try if we can do a wall dash to get closer to her here. Close enough. So that way you can close a little more distance. Overall, the dash is still relatively short. So not like the main thing I would use for any sort of... like, it is an escape, but it's not a perfect escape. Let's put it like that. not the greatest escape one could have. I'm gonna get ulted here, and I'm probably gonna die for that. But that's fine. My tower. Oh,
Jealous that you didn't get to slay that
poorly
guy?
angled dash right there. But considering that I also have less movement speed right now, I have a bit of a problem here. Yeah, that's me done. And I'm gonna try to go for the Jones Wrath. I'm gonna try to go for max CDR just so I can ult all the time. And that could be interesting. See how that works. Outside of that, I think I've covered pretty much everything in this kit. You can see here the stacks here last for 5 seconds on the passive. So you have quite a few shots to miss before it runs off to get this extra damage. Yeah, as you saw there, especially when you hunted, it's definitely not easy to get away. I had the root and it was still not enough.
Killing spree, folks.
If I placed my dash properly onto the wall, then I might have gotten away, but even then, you have to play smart with the slow, I think, to really make effective use. A fair few downsides overall. I am just gonna go here again. Could have gone for the Anubis actually, but... No. Why is my kit not working? Oh, interesting. Whatever.
You've done a crime.
Needs suicidal, so that's fine with me. Let's see if I can trade this.
Your ally has been.
Yes.
Good job killing that idiot.
Close enough, but I can.
On the other team.
So, he definitely, like, you want to make sure that you're somewhat survivable if you play him in the jungle, I think. So I probably would think that one defense item on him would not be misplaced if you're going for a jungle build. Though he can definitely get away with a normal ADC build as well. You don't even need to go for a CDR build. There are many options in that regard. I just like to have the possibility to really abuse his insanely high mobility all the time, and for that, obviously having the ult through the highest amount of CDR possible all the time is very helpful. And yeah, I think we can definitely look at his voice lines as well.
Beware every dark place, each sinister shadow, for I am everywhere.
Your ally has been slain.
Oops. Not what I try to do here. See if I can fight 2v1.
An enemy
It's some
has been
buds.
slain.
Oh,
You cannot hit what you cannot see.
Killing.
manageable. Question is if I can catch up to Kali. Maybe with a sprint. Oh, or like that. Oh. Or I get ganked by the other Chernobog again, who knows exactly what I'm doing. Alright, oh, this is gonna be a long respawn timer. What else can we talk about with this guy? Scaling is really high on the 1, because it double scales basically. You have 80% 2 times. And then you have Into Darkness, which has a fairly low scaling. I think it's 40%. And yeah, you have the high attack speed on the 2, which is definitely worth keeping in mind in any engage, any trade. So you don't want to use the 2 too late. You don't want to... If your 1's on cooldown and you don't have the 2 like that way, you definitely want to make sure to use it eventually. Jesus Christ.
Are you jealous that you didn't get to slay that guy? That's a killing spree.
Alright, I can't actually fly over there. That's great. Yeah, it'd be nice if I didn't have a Kali on me. Then this would be easy. Now I'm gonna get ulted again. Or I'm gonna bait. That depends.
Like a bad restaurant, like a health code violation restaurant.
So, definitely some setup potential there. Obviously, if you know that you're gonna get engaged on, you can drop the 1 beforehand, just so you can proc the root right away. Get some extra damage off. Though you will obviously, at the same time, also lose some damage, so... Question if it's worth trading. I'm gonna go with just a Magic's Blessing here, just to avoid the CC. I think that's pretty neat. And, yeah. Why am I warding? Doesn't really matter. Also almost back up again. And, yeah. We'll just hope that this game gets to an end eventually. But that shouldn't be too long anymore, because the bots in left lane done great work at split pushing.
Really hope your ally is fine with the concept of death.
And yeah, what else? What else? Voice lines.
How fortuitous. Of course, I am the greatest. You might even be as good as me. You might even be as good as me.
So quite a few voice lines there. Just in a normal dark, edgy style, I suppose. Nothing out of the ordinary here. And yeah, you see, like here I can use the attack speed steroid to get some more attack speed that I otherwise wouldn't have had. That's pretty neat. Helps with clearing this Phoenix very, very quickly. Leave me alone, Kali. Oh wow, the crystal actually takes a long time to detonate, as you can see there.
An ally's been killed, but you did really everything.
See, the shades are like, the shadows are like on you for like a pretty long amount of time, and if you're backpedaling, you're definitely gonna get away. So you really want to make sure that you're moving in the right direction.
An ally has been slain.
Oh, did I hit both? Yep, I did. Okay, that's the escape is still extremely glitchy. Like sometimes you just get stuck in the wall instead of actually dashing through the wall. Like here, I don't know what that is. Like I'm literally just normally dashing, but for some reason it cancels out. Mildly frustrating. I hope that gets fixed soon. But yeah, I'm sure it will. Well, that's one way to actually get away from him. If you back quickly enough, he won't be able to catch up to you. You probably have to be backing before he's there, though. Otherwise, that's a bit of a problematic situation for you. Alright. Almost got him.
Your right Phoenix is under attack.
So that happens when you don't go on anyone, you just drop back down. Which can also be used to Duke. I was kind of expecting the drop down somewhere there. With that not happening at all. It actually worked for them. Alright, I'm not gonna be able to take that down, not with this build. Nope.
That's a killing spree, folks.
So
there's a double kill. Really
yeah.
impressive.
I think we're just gonna try and finish it here. Just bring this to an end somehow. There we go. And that way we can see the windscreen as well. We'll just wait that out. And then you have the first overview. I will probably make another video with a custom, if we get the chance, if we get enough players for that. On that note, if you would like to join for future PTS customs, make sure to join the Discord, discord.gg/DukeSloth. We need a few new players to get enough people for that. Oh, this is the Odin throne. Or wait. Is this... Oh. I thought this was a glitch. I thought I was gonna get some reward and that's why the screen was darker. It is actually because he's the god of darkness. I see now. Right, so there you have it. That's his windscreen. And with that, thank you guys very much for watching. I hope you liked this new first look. And like I said, maybe another one of this later. DukeSloth, out.